Can I just say one thing real fast? Hell, I feel better.
Now you got the shoulders working.
No, I don't think either of you were that off base. I don't agree that they're done. Rico sort of said maybe that the window is closing. Maybe they're not.
It's closed.
It's closed.
It's closed.
All right. Rico says the window's closed. I don't agree with that, and here's why. I don't see anybody in the American League running away with it. The goal is to win the World Series. It's no longer to win to wear the T-shirt that says we own the Central. That's an old bit. We've been there, done that here. Probably not even good enough for the fan base here to get to the Fall Classic. It's to win the whole thing. The problem, the good thing, though, about this whole thing is that there's nobody in the American League right now that's a world beater. There's nobody out west like last year's A's that you compared yourselves to. And then when they went out and got Samardzija and Lester, you went, ho, we're in trouble, right? There's nobody like that. So, all due respect to my guy Rico, I think they're still alive. But he's right and you are right.
Only thing missing is if it ain't rough, it ain't right.
It's eerily similar to that going to work squad that was like everything's going to be okay instead of we need to fix some stuff. Well, when Brad Ausmus says before the game last night, and it was in John Neo's column today, and I didn't catch this because sometimes the pregame stuff you don't catch. Neo wrote that Ausmus said, we're not at the point now where we need to be bunting in the second inning or something like that. And then they go out that night and bunt in the third inning.
They just do whatever they want to do.
And then afterwards, Austin said, well, he did it on his own. How many more times am I going to have to hear about guys doing stuff on their own?
Miss signs.
Or miss signs. That's on the manager. If James McCann is told, swing away and let's get some runs here against Kendall Graveman, it's not Nolan freaking, I almost swore. It's not Nolan freaking Ryan out there. It's not. It's Kendall Graveman. McCann's been swinging a nice bat. I almost called him Brian McCann. James McCann, swing the bat. So he bunts the runners over. Fine, you clap, a little golf clap. Hey, we moved the runners. Then what's Ghost doing? And if Ghost laid down a terrible bunt.
5 last night for Anthony Ghost.
But like if you can't even lift a fly ball into that cavernous outfield, then you shouldn't be playing. And that is where Ausmus, and you referenced it earlier, Ryan, benched Castellanos for missing a sign. How about pulling Ghost? And I guess you can't pull Ghost, but...
Well, you can put Daniel Fields in.
Right, and say, Anthony, what are you doing? You don't have a seat. If you can't lift a fly ball, I'm going to put Fields out there. That would send a nice little message, wouldn't it?
They don't send messages.
What's that?
They don't send messages.
Well, he did to Nick. He did to Nick a couple weeks ago.
And again,
he probably felt bad like Ryan did with that $5 tip.
I feel bad for. I feel bad for
me. Almost like me at draft battle.
I don't know why I feel the need to kind of characterize my statements because I do think it's when you say that somebody quits. I think that's probably the worst thing you can say about a professional athlete or a manager. That's why I want to give myself a little bit of an out here, and I don't know why I feel the need to kind of tiptoe around that, but I do because I do believe that's the worst thing you can say about a team, a player, a manager, what have you. I think that's the worst thing. But when you listen to Brad Ausmus in the postgame,
but don't get too crazy with that.
But what I'm saying is, this has been like this for a long time now, and I think the players, they feed off of their manager. And the manager just thinks this is just a bad stretch, la-di-da, it's no big deal, we're scuffling.
But Bill Belichick's drabbed. Well, it was an instinctual play, and Brad kind of said the same thing. If you've ever played the game of baseball, and I played Pony League, and that was the highest I ever got. I never played in high school. But Chris knows this, who's running our video right now. The ball's hit to you at second. You spin. The runner was moving from first to second. You can't get him at second. You look hit at him. But the runner that was standing on third didn't move. You look him back. Sogard is jaking it down the line to first. You have all day to lob it over to Miggy.
Walked it over there.
He just threw home for no reason. And afterwards, instead of going, guys, let me tell you something. That was really bad by me. Really bad play. Put that inning on me. He went the other way and was talking about it. Oh, is this a reaction? And we could have had the out at third earlier in the inning. Shut up. Really?
Yeah, reaction is you get the ball, you instinctively want to throw it to first. That I get.
Right. There's no reaction of chucking it home unless you've got the infield in and Ricky Henderson on third.
You've seen enough baseball that you have to let the infielders know if you get the ball, throw it home. Why? Because it's not what you're thinking. You're always thinking go to first. If not, you see guys saying, hey, infield in, if you get it, throw it home first. Throw it home.
But even if the infield's in, Rico, you know this, and a hard hit ball is hit to you at second, the first thing you do is what? You look the runner back and then get the out.
Correct.
That was a horrible play.